The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages we cover. This week we'll be starting with John Moffat in the town of Mendon. John, what's moving in Mendon?
How's everybody today? Let's see. First of all, I want to talk about Route 64. We all know that the state of New York started to do work on that last year, and they are starting to get their materials and equipment in place so that they will start working on that again. I have asked them to please make it a no passing zone, a double solid yellow line between Mountain Hill Road and Mendonshire Drive. We've had problems there in the past. As everybody knows, Mountain Hill and 64 can be a treacherous intersection, and just south of there on Mendonshire Drive with traffic in and out, school buses in and out. We've asked them to please make that a double solid line to eliminate that part of any dangerous danger in that intersection. Also, I've asked them to please put the crosswalk in for the Mendon Golf Club, since when they did their work, that crosswalk was obliterated due to their work, and they have assured me that once they're finished, they will put the crosswalk back in. Public hearing for smoke shops is May 13th. Once again, I've been talking about this for some time, heard from a lot of people a couple of months ago when we had a smoke shop open in the hamlet. This is to establish a moratorium on smoke shops and to develop a new local law. So please come to the public hearing, send me an email. Be more than happy to enter your email into the record. The spray park, once again, we're getting ready to get that open. Don't have a firm date. However, it will be open by Memorial Day. And speaking of Memorial Day, we have the usual parades in the hamlet of Mendon. These parades are put on by Legion Post 664. Appreciate all the hard work those Legionnaires do to get these parades going every year. And the other parade is in the village of Honeoye Falls. Please stop out, show your support for our fallen veterans. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, John. And I will be reading what Rick Milne sent in from the village of Honeoye Falls. The village of Honeoye Falls hosted another successful environmental fair this past weekend, thanks to all that came out to participate and engage with the multiple presenters. On Thursday, May 2nd, a pre-construction meeting for the West Main Street Sidewalk Pedestrian Safety Enhancement Project was conducted. This meeting was attended by village staff, the village's engineering partners, Monroe County DOT, the construction company that was awarded the bid, and members of the United States Post Office. We look forward to moving this project forward, and we'll expect to provide details of the project next week, including planned construction schedule. Letters will be sent and delivered to local residents and businesses early next week that provides this information. This notice will be provided to those we feel will be directly impacted based upon their location. The project will commence very quickly and be completed by the end of June 24. That's June of this year. Directly after that project is completed, the County of Monroe DOT will begin their milling and resurfacing project to resurface West Main Street. Once we have the approved schedule for the County DOT remilling project, we will provide that detail as well. While these projects will impact local residents and businesses by simply slowing traffic down due to the road construction, flag persons holding up the traffic as necessary, etc., the roads will not be fully closed. Mayor Milne, Trustee Jackie Main, officers of the Honeoye Falls Fire Department, and McDougall Communications met to discuss conceptual presentation information regarding the Honeoye Falls Fire Department, the need for per diem paid firefighters, and overall status of the fire department. This was a very positive meeting, and the plan is to provide information to our village residents, businesses, and residents that live within the Honeoye Falls Fire Protection District outside the village, as well as our municipal partners, detailing the need for recent actions and thoughts on further direction the fire service will move in. A formal presentation and subsequent community meeting will be planned as the presentation is developed. In terms of Monroe County, this past week, Rick conducted another office hours meeting. This was held in Henrietta, and he appreciates those that came to speak with him regarding concerns and community county issues. The next office hours will be in the Pittsford-Parrington area, followed by Rush, and then back to Mendon-Honeoye Falls once again. Many county and state road projects are being initiated, and many are seeing the continual stream of large trucks to our communities. Please be vigilant in being aware of your surroundings, whether walking or biking in the communities or when driving. Be cautious of large trucks as they are harder to stop. And when driving, please be aware of road crews at job sites. We want all our DOT and local DPW highway workers to make it home safely each night. That was from Rick Milne, Mayor of Honeoye Falls and Monroe County Legislature. Now it's over to Mike. Mike, you disappeared.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. There's Mike, and now we're playing merry-go-round, I guess, or whatever.
There we go.
Go ahead, Mike. Tell us what's going on in Lima.
Whack-a-mole.
Exactly. Hello, Chris. Thanks for having us all. Of course, it's that time of year when spring rolls around and then summer, and we are now doing summer hours at the Lima Town Hall. So offices are open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:30 to 4. On Thursdays, 8:30 to noon, and then 1 to 6 p.m., and closed on Fridays. Any questions, you can give us a call here at the Town Hall, 582-1130. Livingston County's Al Lorenz Park Family Fest returns June 1st. So yes, Livingston County does actually have a county park. It is down on the Mount Morris campus on Murray Hill. And that June 1st date is a family fest that includes a youth fishing derby, a 1K family fun run, a scavenger hunt, a exotic reptile and amphibian show. There's a classic car cruise-in and display of emergency vehicles. There will be steel drum playing. There's a hike, face painting. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will be out doing a water safety demonstration. And there's even a basketball shooting challenge along with food and games and prizes and all that kind of stuff. So Saturday, June 1st, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Al Lorenz Drive, right in Mount Morris. It's a really, really nice park. And if you've never been, definitely worth the drive down. Livingston County Board of Supervisors has proclaimed May 19th through 25th as Emergency Medical Services Week in recognition of all that the EMS folks do for us. The same week is also proclaimed as National Travel and Tourism Week in Livingston County. May 6th through 10th, National Economic Development Week in Livingston County. Economic development is one of those things that many people hear about but don't understand. So if you've ever been to a track meet, the economic development folks is the guy standing in the pit at the high jump. The jumper runs down, and if the guy in the pit is not there, the jumper can sail over the bar. But if the guy in the pit is there, hands together, fingers interlaced, giving them a boost over that bar, it's a lot easier to get that business established and off and running, and the success rate is just a little bit higher. Thank you for all that the Economic Development Office does for Livingston County. The town of Lima will be conducting 2 public meetings, Wednesday, May 29th 7 p.m., and Saturday, June 15th at 9 a.m. here at the Town Hall regarding public water for those who do not have it. This bulletin will be published in the Sentinel, and you'll be able to read the full-size thing there. But there is a water survey as part of it with a QR code and all of those things. The Livingston County Water and Sewer Authority is the one who is putting these on and doing all the data collection. So if you want the website, it is www.lcwsa.us/town-of-Lima. And that's all I've got, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Now it's over to Steve. Steve, you're going to tell us about Henrietta, or are you going to give us an analysis on last week's draft?
I like the draft, but I'll stick to Henrietta.
Okay.
So for anyone who's been by Town Hall recently knows we're doing a lot of work on the Town Hall entrance. We're basically turning the top portion into a circle so that it integrates the parking for the new town court, as well as provides a new road to connect our parking lot over to Highland Drive. Currently, you come up and around the DPW, and there's this kind of dangerous blind corner that we're trying to eliminate. So the new curbing just went in, and then in the not too distant future, we'll be milling and paving. We'll start just with the binder until all the construction vehicles are done for the town court, and then we'll top coat it. In that regards, we've been working with Monroe County to switch those lights from the old style where you have the wires in the street to the new style where it's handled by a camera. And there's a lot of advantages to that, including much greater flexibility on how those lights respond, because if anyone's ever tried to come out of Town Hall, they know they can be sitting there for quite a while before it turns green. So hopefully the new setups will help that tremendously. The spray park bid selection is on the agenda for Wednesday, May 8th at the town board meeting. So expect to see the associated buildings starting soon. The building will house the utilities for the splash pads, changing rooms, restrooms, and a covered patio where parents or grandparents can sit in the shade to watch their grandchildren or children play in the spray park. This past week, we've been doing the initial paving for the expanded the expanded parking lot for that splash pad. The reason I said golf course is at the same time, we've also been paving the handicap parking portion of the golf course parking lot. So, and then we also put in additional millings and smoothed out the remainder of the parking lot and rolled it. We haven't paved the entire parking lot because we're going to be having discussions with town restaurants. We're going to go out to a bid sometime this fall to have somebody hopefully knock down the existing clubhouse, build a new restaurant on location at the golf course. We think that this is a very attractive site because of the proximity of all the new homes at Riverton, Queens Park. There's like Berkshire, there's 6 or 7 major subdivisions that all went in the area, and there are no restaurants there. The closest you have is in the village of Scottsville. Very excited about that work, especially since the golf course will officially open on Tuesday, May 7th. For those who don't know, we've renamed it to Riverton Oaks Municipal Golf Course. Interestingly enough, Riverton Oaks was its original name. I don't know how long it lasted or if it ever officially opened under that, but when you look at the original plans, that was the name on the original plans. It's been an immense amount of work to get this ready to go, and the constant rain has not helped. But you know, they've got it going to play, and actually this Saturday, which will be in the past by the time people hear this, was our training date. We're basically having a golf outing for our employees. And that way the folks who are working at the golf course can essentially do a dry run before the grand opening. We've been having meetings with RG&E county officials and state legislators to try to speed up the expansion of the substation capacity so that our stalled residential, commercial, and industrial projects can move forward. Yeah, special thanks to Jeremy Cooney, State Senator Jeremy Cooney, as well as Adam Bello and Anna List from the county. It is in the budget. The problem is, so in the Senate budget that Senator Cooney put forth, it was expressly earmarked for Henrietta. This is 17 million. In the final budget that passed, it was part of the Startup New York. So the money is still there. The problem with the Startup New York funds is that doesn't happen until the CFA process, which doesn't start till July and then doesn't get awarded till the fall. So that's just an additional delay that is going to cause issues. And so we've been meeting to try to get that original earmark back, whether it's pulled out of that same fund or if we can just be awarded early. I don't care what the solution is. We need that capacity because right now our substation capacity is at 0. And again, this is not a power generation issue. There is plenty of power available on the transmission grid. It's just a matter of getting it from the transmission grid, which are those high voltage wires you see running high overhead near the thruway, onto the distribution grids, which are the lower level wires you see running down your town and city streets. So hopefully we'll make some progress. We're actually doing that. We've got a big meeting today. So hopefully we'll make some significant progress. And then our leaf and brush drop off is operating at the new location on 520 Middle Road. We chose that location because it's far more central than our former location on Martin Road. It also is much easier for us to attend. And it's where we're going to put our new compost location. They'll be consuming most of the leaf and brush that gets dropped off there. And because they'll be there operating the compost facility, it will also open up leaf and brush drop off times to the daytime or to the weekdays, which has been a request in the past. We just hadn't been able to do it because of staffing, because our crews are out, mowing lawns or paving roads or whatever. So this will allow us to open that up in the future to daytime hours, or I keep saying daytime hours, sorry, weekday hours. And then finally, our Memorial Day parade is Sunday, May 19th. We do our parade the week before Memorial Day because otherwise the competition for bands is too great. And then our planning is underway for our multicultural event, Pride event, and new for 2024, our Juneteenth celebration. And then, of course, following that, we'll have our concert series, summer concert series, which will again include a farmer's market and our 4th of July celebration. So a lot going on, and looking forward to all the festivities.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Mike, John, got anything more? Seeing none, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for watching. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1 p.m. on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like the page, subscribe to the channel. Those platforms will notify you when the show broadcast begins. That's all for this week. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.